Well, in dark times, there are always shining lights. The people who rise to the occasion, some are well-known names, but others are really strangers that found a way to unite and overcome.
Pittsburgh Magazine wanted to pay homage to some of the people who have helped through the pandemic. In fact, they dedicate a special June issue to the people, the organizations, and businesses who have proven Pittsburgh is a city of helpers.
Yeah, it is called This Is Us, and Brian Hyslop, editor of Pittsburgh Magazine, joins us now to highlight just a few of the stories. Brian, great to see you.
Great to see you too.
And tell us why you wanted to do this, because I really do think stories of our neighbors are inspiring what people are doing right now, and I guess that's the whole point behind this.
Yeah, we decided that we had to do something just entirely different. Anyone who looks at the magazine will see that all the regular features are pretty much gone from the magazine, and we just went out and found people who were on all different aspects, from the front lines, health workers, to arts people, just to tell us their stories and how they're getting through this, what they're doing. And we had company that with a really amazing photo essay. It was a really, really special thing to be involved with.
Absolutely, Brian. And some profiles worth noting and talking about today include Wilkinsburg Mayor Marita Garrett. So tell us a little bit about her and her efforts with the community through the pandemic.
Yeah, she's a pretty amazing woman. And you know, an African-American mayor of Wilkinsburg. She not only has done all of the work that she's done as a mayor, but she also has this Free Store Wilkinsburg, which is a nonprofit that she made sure that they supplied food and free masks to anybody in the community who needed one. It was an amazing resource for Wilkinsburg, and she really put herself out there at a time when people needed her in her town.
Yeah, she's taking care of her community. Adam Frazier, we want to talk about him as well, one of the Pittsburgh Pirates, right?
Yeah, he was the second baseman, Gold Glove finalist. You know, baseball season was put on hold, but if you're an athlete like him, you don't just go home and put on your quarantine 15. So he went out and started doing workouts at his alma mater in Mississippi State University. So he's keeping in shape. So should baseball come back, Adam will be ready to return. So
good.
I know. I'm sure they act, it feels like the off season for them, they got to stay in shape. Well, tell us about some of the other profiles that you want to talk about this morning. I know we have a special woman, Natalie Krauss. She's a nurse practitioner.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to actually interview her myself. We did a Zoom interview. She is an amazing woman. She wanted Adagio Health, where she is director of clinical operations, to move into telehealth, and they had a 2-year plan to do that. But once this hit, they realized that was not going to be able to hold for 2 years, so they actually got it done in like 2 weeks. So it was an amazing effort, and so they could see patients virtually. She is an amazing dynamo. When I was talking to her, her phone and email wouldn't stop. Her energy and inspiration as a person who was on the front lines of healthcare just was really stunning and amazing to me. She was really inspiring.
And once again, technology to the rescue in a time like this. Hey, we want to talk about the photo essay that you mentioned as well, because this is really special. Yeah,
there's some amazing photos. Our art director, Chuck Beard, and our digital editor, Rich Cook, joined with Martha Rial, who's a Pulitzer Prize-winning photographer, and they went out in the city and captured these amazing images of how people are living through, the pandemic, what they were doing, people working, people having fun, people helping others. It was amazing to see. These photos are really impressive to see the difference in what Pittsburgh looked like, when most of us were, staying home and working from home, and there was still life and people were out there and doing things. And it's nice to see sort of how the city was. It will be a nice testimony to what Pittsburgh was like then.
Yeah, I mean, we're living through an historic time, really, and these are beautiful pictures to capture that, Brian.
Yeah, the goal was sort of making this special issue was for Pittsburgh Magazine to say this is something that you can keep and hold on to and use as a memento, a testimony to Pittsburgh and Pittsburghers during the pandemic and what we were doing. I think I'm really proud to be part of this.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Brian, for joining us. We appreciate it. This Is Us, a special edition of Pittsburgh Magazine, is on newsstands and available online right now.